Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitz from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR 07. First of all, I have to apologize for not having an 07 video up last week. I'm going to get 2 videos in for 07 this week, even though I'm still kind of on my partial schedule. But I feel like since I missed an 07 video last week, I'm going to at least get 2 of these up this week as well as the other videos. NASCAR 07 is usually the last thing I record on my day of recording, and so I was just tired after recording NASCAR Heat 2 and NASCAR Dirt to Daytona, and I felt like this is probably the series that could have the least impact of taking a week off, and I apologize for that. You guys know I really like having daily uploads. I really like having at least 2 episodes for every series up every week, but like I've said in my channel update video, these next couple weeks are just super busy for me, well, last week and this week. And then I'm going to really start firing on all cylinders. That's the word I was looking for, because my marching band job is ending after this week. We have our state championships this Saturday, and I'm done. I'm unemployed again. Probably going to get another job at some point. But, well, YouTube is a job for me. But I'm planning on doing a lot more streaming, and that'll probably include some NASCAR 06, NASCAR 07, kind of all the series. I want to do more streaming and then break those up into episodes. But anyway, we don't need to talk about that right now. Today we have a truck race at Lowe's and a modified race at Red Ball. Not quite sure what fictional track that is, but we'll find out later. Let's head off to Lowe's. Lowe's scares me. Considering how out of control I usually am in this game, and the fact that at Lowe's you're usually on the edge of control because it's so fast, these corners are so fast, and if you get too low in these EA games, you're going to spin out at Lowe's, at Dover, and a couple other places as well. You're just going to spin out if you get anywhere near the apron. So we got to be careful about that. We do have 1 win and 2 top 5 finishes. But we've also had some hardship in between. Like I said, it's been over a week now, 2 weeks almost, since I've recorded this. So might take me a little getting used to, but we will find out. But let's head off to qualifying. See what kind of qualifying effort we can put in. Usually I'm pretty good at qualifying, but we know in this game, unlike the other 2 games I'm playing right now, I get terrible restarts in this game. So usually qualifying up front just means limiting the amount of damage I inherit on the restarts. It's so weird. I've always, like in the EA games, I've always had bad restarts, but in Dirt to Daytona I get excellent restarts, and in Heat 2 I get typical restarts. There's usually no clear advantage in restarts in Heat 2, so. But let's see what kind of qualifying effort we can put in. Usually we're pretty good in qualifying, but I just kind of need to feel out where the truck is right now. Not too bad. I get a little worried about how squirrely it is, but I also realize that that's just kind of the theme of this game right now. I just don't want it to be too tight here, because then I'm going to really struggle when I'm side by side with another car. Lap 1, we get a 12th place, outside line. Not too thrilled about that. So let's try to improve and get an inside line starting spot here. That's the apron. Don't want to do that. I think if we do turn 3 and 4 better, I think we're going to be in a good spot. Not a great spot, but a good spot. I did it a little better. Let's see how we get through the tri-oval. It's going to be better. It's just a matter of if we're going to get on the inside line. 9th place, I'll take it. We're starting on the inside. That's what matters right now. Not going to make any adjustments. Hornet is on the pole. Not going to make any adjustments. We'll feel it out in the race and then see what adjustments we need to make on the pit stop. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in again. As usual, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me through these rough 2 weeks. And hopefully we have exciting things to come in the future. But let's head off to the race at Lowe's. I've said this before. It's so frustrating having to go back to the menu and then qualify, go back to the menu, race, go back to the menu. And there's just so much menuing, and with these long loading screens, it's just really, really frustrating. But yeah, I promise I'll get 2 videos up. I'm recording this first this weekend, so you're gonna get 2 videos of this, whether I like it or not. But let's head off to the race and see if we can minimize our restart penalty here. And just stay on the outside. Again, we get a good initial launch, but then once we hit 4th gear, we're screwed. And I really gotta figure out a gear ratio. I asked for somebody in the comments to... Whoa, that happened. I asked for somebody in the comments to give me a gear ratio idea on how to fix this, but nobody gave me one, so I'll ask again. Is there really... What should I do to kind of rectify this situation of when I go into 4th gear, I just lose all momentum? Alright. Well, we only lost a few spots, which is pretty good for us. We're probably going to lose some more since I hit the wall. The outside line's not a terrible thing here. 3 wide is, though. Let's not do 3 wide. This is Bill Lester right in front of us. It looks a little different compared to NASCAR 06. Well, let's draft for him a little bit. As you can see, we have David Reagan as a rival. That was from Martinsville, I believe. I believe I got into him a couple times at Martinsville. Alright. We'll get off of Lester here. I'm kind of running this middle line right now. It's not hurting us too much. Oh, actually, that would have helped us if I hadn't ran into Bill Lester, because we got a huge run off the corner. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting just to maintain, but we got a huge run off the corner. It might be because they're fighting side by side, so I'm going to be a little more cautious. We're going to go... Well, that was almost 3 wide. I'm going to try to get around Lester here. I have to admit... Well, never mind. I was about to say how this is probably the most in control I've been of this truck at 1.5 miles yet. And it's still true, but immediately as I was about to say it, I started to contradict myself. Oh, I thought I was clear. You gotta... I would have been clear in NASCAR Heat 2. But there's just so many camera angle differences. It's similar, but you're just so far away compared to NASCAR Heat 2, I think, with this camera angle. And I like this camera angle because you can kind of get a good idea of what's happening behind you. That's the apron, Aaron. We just had that conversation in qualifying. We just had that conversation. Well, I got away with it a couple times, so I guess I thought I could have gotten away with it another time. But I think it's time to pit. They're not pitting, but I am, even though my crew chief did not recommend it, because I think it's about time to pit. We'll repair. Not gonna make any adjustments, because I feel like it's time to pit. We were on lap 6 of 16, which means we'll restart around lap 8, which is halfway. So we could have just pulled off a good pit strategy here, but who knows? Pit strategy never works in my favor. Well, in NASCAR Heat 2, pit strategy is just a non-existent thing. They're always going to throw a caution when you get ahead of the game. But in EA games, you actually have a chance. And in Dirt to Daytona, we haven't had to do any pit strategy yet. But we're going to start last, which is not ideal. But let's see what lap we're going to start on. Yeah, we're starting on lap 8. So we should be able to make it to the end here. Assuming that everybody has to pit. I assume they would have to pit. So we're just going to hang back here. Let's not cause a caution, and let's hopefully have the pit stop cycle go to conclusion. And we should have a decent lead, because I think we can make it to the end. And if not, we can at least lap the field and hope that a caution comes out. But I have a sneaky suspicion. Wow, I can't talk today. I'm recording this on Saturday. Usually I record on Sunday. And Saturdays are my competition days. But my competition, my band performed early. and our flight had an early award ceremony. So I'm like, I came home, I got nothing else to do. Might as well get some of the recording out of the way. So I'm recording on Saturday. Oh, I see somebody almost getting in the wall there. But nobody's peeling off the pit road. That's slightly concerning. They definitely should have peeled off by now, I would think. I'm kind of trying to figure out whether I should be super aggressive right now or if I should just, lay back and hope that everybody pits. I'm waiting for the spotter to tell me that people are coming in. That is not what we need to do. Alright, yeah, people are coming in, so that could have been bad. Again, we would have cycled out to the lead, but a lead with a restart versus almost a lap lead over the field is probably, I would rather have the lap lead. I don't know about you guys, but I would rather have the lap lead. So they do have to pit, it's just a matter of when they're going to pit, and if we can survive caution-free until the end. Here comes a few more cars. That was a relatively small chunk of cars. Meanwhile, the first batch of cars are coming off of pit road now. Let's try to lap as many of them as possible. There goes David Reagan. There's one car left on the apron that we haven't lapped yet, so he's going to be on the lead lap when this all cycles out, which is fine. We just need to lap the majority, and it looks like everybody else is coming in this time. I'm going to hang high here. Yep, there comes everybody else. And we should inherit the lead. We do. That's Timothy Peters. He's the only one on the lead lap besides us right now. We just lapped, is that Bodine in this game, or is it still Chad Chaffin? I have no idea. In the 30 car. Because eventually it becomes Top Bodine. But I don't know if that happened in this game yet or not. Don't go on the apron, Aaron. Alright, so far Timothy Peters is the only one on the lead lap, but we're going to come around to some of the leaders now. And it looks like we're going to lap all of them as well. So it's just us and Timothy Peters on the lead lap, but we have the lead, so it doesn't really matter. And at this point, we just need to race clean to the end. Red fuel, orange fuel light hasn't even come on yet, so I'm not even concerned about that. My mastery of pit strategy is finally showing. White flag is out, sponsored by Richard Petty Driving Experience. I tried to lose this race by hitting the wall, but luckily it wasn't that bad. White flag is out, so we won't have any more cautions. I won't get a second chance, unlike NASCAR Heat 2. Don't go on the apron. And we are going to win at Lowe's Motor Speedway. That is excellent. I will take that. Wasn't expecting it. Yeah, it was just me and Peters. He'll have to come around to take the checkered flag again on the lead lap. But excuse me. That was an excellent race. Mainly because of pit strategy. But we held our own once we got out in front. So I think everything went great. We didn't really have any positive or negatives as far as the hero-villain status, so we're neutral there. But we'll head back to the menu and get started on that modified race. No messages, so let's just head off to the modified race. Again, I don't know which fictional track this is. They changed a lot of the names from 06 to 07 because they dropped some of the sponsors. I keep wanting to call this Red Bull. Red Bull, the energy drink, but it's Red Ball. So if I say Red Bull, you guys know what I mean. Same difference, only one letter. But let's see what fictional... Oh, this is this one. This was known as UPS Speedway in 06. I have a love-hate relationship with this track. If I have a good handling car, I absolutely love it. But if I have a terrible handling car, we're going to be in some trouble. But usually I can survive here in the modifieds. Racing in the trucks in the Xfinity Series is another deal with this track. I don't know why this track was chosen as one of the fictional tracks that the trucks in Xfinity race on. We can make the apron work, I just really don't want to make a habit of it. Well, one and done. We're on the pole. By almost 0.3 of a second. I'll take it. Let's head off to the race. And hopefully lock in another win here. 22 lap. Well, not that's positions. 18 laps. See if we can get off to a lead and stay with it. Now, obviously I don't want to use the oh crap. If I give up the inside line, we're all done for. We know that in this series. Modified series, if you give up the inside line, you're done for. But I am very pleased with the fact that I can use the apron without spinning out or getting super loose. So I'm super happy with that. But we're just cruising out to the lead here. I probably could go back and help out some teammates. Oh, I almost cut somebody off there. Probably could go back and help some teammates. But we all know how well that usually ends up. So I'm just going to try to pull away a little bit here. But this guy's sticking right with us. Gained a 10th on that lap. But not as much as we usually do. Oh, that's the wall. That's not going to help our cause. But he's sticking right with us. Yeah, he actually gained a 0.5 tenth there. But I am going to cut off here. And I'll see you guys either when something stupid or interesting happens or when we hit the white flag. Well, I did something stupid. Leave it to me. I was only gone for about a lap, but I got loose coming off of that turn. Almost hit the pit road wall. I might make a clip of it, but it's gonna be kind of hard. Oh crap! We're so loose off the corners. What happened to this car? Oh my gosh! Well, I think the win's probably out of the question now. But well, we're catching them. But yeah, leave it to me to be stupid. We all know how that can happen. You guys can see the skid marks that I've caused here. Alright, we caught back up. We're going to try to make a pass, hopefully cleanly. Our Clay is pissed off with us, understandably so. Because we completely dumped him. I was just out of control of the car at that point. Once I had those 2 laps where I was just completely loose off the corner and had no control. But it just seems fine now. Alright, we just led the most laps, the spotter said. Or crew chief or whoever it is, who knows. Fortunately, I wasn't able to cut too much out of this video, but this is going to be a rather short video anyway. Which is fine by me. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit here. Long day of rehearsals and competitions. But glad to get some of this recording done a day earlier than normal. So I can have this video ready to go up on Monday. I'll probably do Monday, Wednesday for this series. And then I'll have the other series sprinkled in. That's my plan. White Flag is out, sponsored by Not Me, and we win. Alright, that could have gone smoother, but yet we won by almost 2 seconds, so I shouldn't be complaining. But that definitely could have gone smoother. We somehow received the All-State Good Hands Driver Award for that race. Don't ask me how that happened. Since we completely dumped at least one car, maybe more. Again, we're neutral on the hero-villain status, so, I mean, we're not becoming more of a villain, but we're definitely not helping our cause either. But we'll check out the point standings, and then we'll call this episode good. Shorter episode, that's fine by me. Like I said, we'll have 2 episodes up this week instead of the one that I've been planning. Next episode looks like we're going to have 2 truck races at Meadow Creek. I have no idea which fictional track that is. And Dover. Great. James will be happy that I'm going to Dover. Is that our first Dover race in NASCAR 07? It might be. It might be. But if you don't know, me and Dover have a love-hate relationship. Mostly hate. But there is some love involved. But let's check out the standings here. We won the truck race, so we've moved up into 8th in the points. I'm not sure exactly where we were, but I feel like we were lower than 8th. We at least passed Aaron Crocker. We're too close, but we're pretty much within a race now of the points lead. Do I expect us to make up the gap that we had? Probably not, but it's worth a shot. We're still in the early days anyway. We're 3rd in the Modified Championship, but we do have a 100-point gap to catch up. That's actually the guy we were running with at the end of that last race. So we got a gap to catch up to. Jimmy Johnson's leading the Cup Series. Tony Stewart's leading the Xfinity Series. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.